Our meteorologist Matthew East here with you. This is the Tuesday, 18th of January edition of the Carolina Weather Video. Lots to talk about in today's edition, so let's kind of get right into it. Here's a camera image snapped during the 5 o'clock hour this morning from Blowing Rock Road there down below, and there was some snow in some mountain locations where the precipitation was heavy enough as we went through the little precipitation event yesterday evening. Now here's how the radar looks this morning. And the precip that moved through the Piedmont and through coastal parts of the Carolinas is now stretching offshore and up into the New England states. There's a broader perspective. Once you get north of roughly a New York to Philadelphia line, this is all winter-type precip up that way. Also, some of this is wintry precip in the Great Lakes, rain showers here in the Ohio and Tennessee River valleys. And here's the basic setup this morning. You have a cold front right about through there. You have a low pressure right here. And basically this low is lifting up close to the coast, and this cold front will weaken as it progresses our way. Now, here's the problem in some Piedmont locations this morning. Temperatures drop below freezing. These are, I know this is going to be really tough to see on the video, but you're looking at 5 a.m. observations here with sub-freezing temperatures roughly north of that line. So in this area, you have a lot of areas where the water on the roads has frozen. And so for that reason, you do have winter weather advisory in effect for places like Statesville, Salisbury, Asheboro, Greensboro, Winston-Salem, Mount Airy, and into the northwestern parts of the Raleigh-Durham viewing area. So you have some freezing drizzle possibilities continuing for a little while longer this morning. Also the chance of actually the actuality of some water that is frozen and become ice on some area roads in that winter weather advisory area. There's the national temperatures this morning, and there it comes again, another big-time blast of cold air right here in the upper part of your screen that will be charging southeastward later this week. However, before it gets here, we get one day of some of this milder air. Now, today we'll be in the upper 40s to maybe some low 50s in parts of the Piedmont, but I think everybody in the Piedmont well on up into the 50s tomorrow. Even some spots, say around Columbia, over toward maybe Wilmington, getting up 60, 61 degrees tomorrow for Wednesday. There's the upper air chart today, and plenty of cold air building up here in Canada once again. Here's the overall look for today. There goes that low up the coast. Now, this cold front off to the west, this is not going to have any real cold air behind it. The real cold stuff is further north here. But what's going to happen tomorrow is we'll get behind that first front that really kind of weakens as it moves in, and it's going to be a drier air mass. Before that gets here, though, as the front pushes through this evening, could be a few quick-hitting showers this evening. However, then tomorrow we're behind the front, and even though some cooler air will try to push in, I think it's going to hold off long enough to allow us to have a milder day, really an excellent day, one of the nicer wintertime days we've had in a while on tap for Wednesday. All right, now let's go out to Thursday, and I'll show you the GFS and then the European for how this is going to unfold. The Thursday time frame should be dry in the Carolinas with increasing cloud cover, and then you get into Thursday night and Friday morning. That's when the system swings through. And it looks like once you get east of the mountains, this is going to be liquid precip for the Carolinas. The cold air just not in here in time for this to be of wintry variety. But boy, this is pure Arctic air that comes surging in here on the backside of this system. And we could struggle to get out of the 30s for highs on Friday, and probably everybody in the 30s in the Piedmont for highs on Saturday. So there is Friday morning. This is Saturday early afternoon. That is a cold Arctic air mass, probably 30s for highs. In many spots, probably Saturday morning, and if not then by Sunday morning, dipping into the upper teens for lows in the Piedmont once again. There's Sunday, pretty chilly day. The next system approaching at that point in time. Now, let me show you the European. It develops a coastal low Saturday. And taken at face value, it does spread snow east of I-95 for eastern North Carolina, eastern South Carolina, and then that moves up toward parts of the New England states. So it's really kind of alone in showing that possibility, but it's been a little bit persistent with that the last couple of cycles here. So I'm not going to rule out the chance Saturday over in the coastal plain of a little bit of wintry precip, and that would be in the form of snow. We'll see. We'll see how that unfolds. The difference is a little bit of different handling in the upper level energy and it's enough on the European to pop that coastal low. Next week, I showed you that next system moving in. This is what the European shows Tuesday morning, and that next system swings in. The GFS has a system as well. It's a little warmer with the profile of the system as it moves through, but I think next Monday night into Tuesday would be the next possibility for maybe some wintry precip in parts of the region. We will see. Now, let's look down the line. This is the day 8 to 10 mean, European model on the left, GFS on the right. And a lot of ridging indicating on both models here through western North America, and that is sure not a warm look at all here across the eastern part of the country. Not necessarily a pure Arctic type air mass, but certainly nothing at all that resembles warmth or extended above average temperatures mid to late next week. And also notice some storminess undercutting the ridge heading toward the southeast. Now, if you're looking for winter weather, that ridge axis might be a little bit too far east for what a lot of folks want to see, but the bottom line is here, it looks cold. There'll probably be a continued chance of some storm systems, so I don't think we're done at all with the winter fun and games. Now, the NAO and the Arctic Oscillation by the end of the month tend to go toward positive. However, notice the PNA, the Pacific North America there, staying on the positive side as well, and that generally means a ridge in western North America. So as long as that's the case, it's going to have a hard time getting any prolonged warmth here in the eastern part of the country. So even though some of the variables may be changing as we get toward the end of the month, I don't see any sign at all of prolonged warmth, at least through the end of January. Now, we'll see how things look in February as we go forward, but I just don't see any overly impressive signs of a warm pattern across the southeastern U.S. anytime soon. All right, that's it for today. Have a wonderful day here on this Tuesday, and God bless.